Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And today on the story of a champion, we are going to talk about branding. And basically, we are going to talk about branding yourself as an athlete in order to achieve sponsors and in order to achieve clients. So basically, I'm going to start with the client aspect, and I'm going to define branding. So what is branding? Branding is what we see, the public sees in you. And if I look at somebody like Wamalwa, when I look at Wamalwa, I see strength, and we see a quote program. So this tells you that we as the public see strength in him. So if I could advise Wamalwa to come up with a program, I'll advise him to brand himself. I'll advise him to brand himself, giving us a squat program or generally a strength program. So basically, I'm going to break down into a number of athletes. In the sports fraternity, there are three people in the sports fraternity. First of all, there's the athlete or the gym person. There is the audience, and there are the other stakeholders who are the enterprises, other business people who are looking at you, or other people who are interested in you. So you as the athlete, in order to brand yourself, you need the following. Number one, you need to have a following. You need to have a following in that you need to make sure you have a following of a number of people, because basically when the sponsor or any person wants to take you, they usually check on your following. You see, I was trying to do a random Instagram check on the number of followers athletes have in the Instagram, and I noted that all athletes that have branded themselves in the weightlifting fraternity, they usually have more than 10,000 followers. I'll give you the following example of the following athletes. Number one is Chris Okech. Chris Okech is Qatar's strongest man, 7 times Qatar's strongest man in a row, and he's a Kenyan. Chris Okech holds 2 times Kenya's strongest man titles, and Chris Okech is the founder of Kamkunji Strongest Man competition, the competition that is going to be held on the 28th of May and 27th of May, basically in a week from now. So Chris Okech branded himself as a strongman, and then he came up with a community program. I'll go to number 2, Evan Okinyi, Eval. Eval Okinyi is one of the best bodybuilders in the world and holds very big titles. Through her good body, she branded herself as a personal trainer, focused on doing the weight loss program, the Body Goers program, and that is why this explains why when you check somebody like Eval, most of our clients are usually ladies, because every lady would like to have that good body as Eval, and also a number of men would like to have the good body. Number 3, I'm going to check on Iron Shafi. Iron Shafi is a bodybuilder. Iron Shafi, one of the best bodybuilders in East Africa, and Iron Shafi decided to brand himself through supplements. He sells supplements. So the last one is Eat Clean Ashara, who decided to brand himself through nutrition. What have you learned from those 4? All these people have decided to take a specific niche and focus on. Eat Clean Ashara, nutrition. Iron Shafi, supplements. Chris Okech, strongman through community, and then came up with the community program. Evan Okinyi came up with the personal training or the Body Goers aspect. So these guys have branded themselves, and it's easy to check on them because they have taken a specific niche and focused on. So that is one point. We need to focus on a specific niche. Number 2, I explained the bit about following, the Instagram following. All these clients have more than 10,000 Instagram followers. So they have a following. Remember, you cannot attract a sponsor or more clients if you don't have a following. The general aspect in the Kenyan fraternity is that if you have a following, you attract more following. How do you attract a following as an athlete? Basically, number 1 is that you need to be performing. You cannot attract people if you're not performing. If you perform, definitely you're going to attract a following. And once you attract the following, you need to retain the following. So this is the following, how you retain the following. You need to actually be engaging your athletes. This tells you that when you're online, you need to be making sure that you're at least commenting on some of your athletes' responses, liking their responses, responding to their photos. And basically, once you do that, you're going to retain that following. Number 2, you need to make sure once you retain the following, you have to be consistent with what you're doing. If you're doing nutrition like Eat Clean Ashara, you have to be posting nutrition each and every time, so that to maintain yourself as a brand. if you're doing personal training like Kevin or Kenyan, you have to make sure you're doing personal training and posting your stuff to the personal training. Number 3, if you're doing other things like Chris Strongman, who is a strongman athlete, he has branded himself through holding yearly community programs of the Kamukunji. So you have to make sure that you're holding the Kamukunji Strongest Man each and every year in order to maintain your brand. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned as we go to the next interview, which is going to be in a short while. Thank you.